to calculate the mean salary, we just add up everything, every single one, divided by 6, because there are 6 salaries. This is what you should be getting. It rounds to 0.67. Make sure you have units. I think 2 marks is overkill. I think you'll probably get 1 mark on the exam, but I'm going to give you 1 mark for adding and 1 mark for dividing by 6. Okay? So take off rounding errors, take off unit errors, just be honest. Identify any outliers and calculate the trimmed mean. The outlier in this case is 60,000 because everything else is fairly close together. 60,000 is like way out there. Okay, so you get a mark for identifying 60,000 as being the outlier. Then I calculate the trimmed mean. You have 2 options. I go by my previous sum and I just subtract the highest and the lowest from it, giving me 112,000. If you didn't do that, that's fine. Just cross out the 2 that you're removing and then just add up the 4 values that remain. So you get 1 mark for having the 112,000 and 1 mark for having the 4 underneath. So as long as you get 28,000, you're in business, okay? You've done what we've asked you to do. So you get potentially 3 marks for question B. Explain why there's a difference between trimmed mean and the arithmetic mean. Trimmed mean omits outliers, while the arithmetic mean includes all values in the set. Something like that is acceptable for 1 mark. Then we've got trig. This one is SAS, right? You've got side angle side. SAS and SSS are cosine law. If you choose cosine law, you have a very good chance of getting partial marks, even if you get everything else wrong. So make sure you write down cosine or something like that. So this is the SAS case where you're trying to solve for the side across the angle. So we plug everything in, we solve, we square root. If you square root, you get 2 out of 2. Okay, you get 1 out of 2 if you substitute. You get another mark for actually calculating the correct final. Next. This is a sine law situation. Remember, if you've got 2 angles, it is going to be a sine law, because even if you've got 2 angles like these 2 here, you can subtract it from 180 to get the third and then see the pair. So please be mindful of that. But if you have a pair, it's sine law. So 38, that angle allows us to solve for the angle across. We cross multiply and we divide. This is just showing what's happening. I need you to show me this to get the mark. So 1 mark for sine law and 1 mark for calculating the correct value. Okay, so you've got, let me see here, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10. I know this says 12 down here. It's out of 10, okay? Because it's 2 mark for each trig question. Keep going to the back side. I apologize for my writing. It's not the prettiest, but it is what it is. So here we're buying a car. We take away the down payment. That is the loan, right? We multiply it by the table rate. You get it by matching 4 years and 3.75. It's always divided by 1,000. Okay, when you use a table, guys, they may give you this in the question, $22.47 per $1,000 of loan. That is this value right here. There's not always a table. You multiply the loan times 22.47 divided by 1,000, you get that. So you get 2 marks. 2 marks. You get 1 and 1. 1 and 1. So 2 marks for A. The total interest paid. You take your payment times 12 times 4 years. That's what you paid to the bank. You take away the loan, always. Take away what they gave you in the beginning. That difference is the interest. You get 2 marks for that. You get a mark for figuring out how much you paid the bank, and you subtract it. You subtract and gets you another mark. 2 marks if you did that right. I have a problem with that. I should have told you the expected value. I don't like this way anymore. I don't teach it this way anymore. But if you got negative $1.20, you get the marks. Here's how it should look like. Let me just do 4 right here. Expected value, you go, you had that question, right? Expected value. Okay, I added it later. There are 3 white out of 325. So you go like this. You multiply it by the prize. And there's only one way to win, right? So then you subtract the cost from it at the end. So you go 3 divided by 325 times 5. That is 0.046 minus 1.25. So I'm going to go 0.0461 minus 1.25. That is negative 1.20. Okay? Same as what I gave you earlier. So I will say this. I'll give you a mark for this combo here. And I'll give you a mark for subtracting and getting your final answer there. So 2 marks for this question. What does negative mean? The player loses. The host wins. Okay? So when they ask you, should you play as a player, you would say no because the answer is negative. Loss expected. If it says, should the host be giving you this game, should it be offered, you would say yes, because a negative means that the host wins. Okay, so you have to make note to the sign. Okay, so let's get the marks for this page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 marks for the back side. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't want you to do it that way anymore. This is much easier, much cleaner. It works every time.